What you gonna do with all that all this inside it? I'ma get you drunk. Get you drunk on my lady. That's me. That's me. Okay. I killed the competition, put him in the hearse. Album coming out February 21st. Put him in the dirt, put in this work. Hot boy. Everybody know my name, Little Wayne. Did my thing, where everybody know. I'm like whoa. I'm counting that cash, count real fast. Mr. Mixa, first album, had a mustache. Saw the mustache, he drew it. He drew it with a Sharpie.
Welcome back. It's another installment of Let's Talk About It. It's your host with the most, your boy H-Tudda. That's H-Tudda.
It's your boy Mr. Mixa.
And I'm your guy, Jangalang.
It's your boy J Mac, finally back. Hey.
Welcome back away.
Yep.
We enjoy it.
Let me do it. Now talk about that. Oh, goddamn.
Make sure your mic is secure.
Gotta hold the mic like
good.
a baby.
He got that bitch like a newborn.
This my baby.
He got it like Joe.
It's been a habit lately. I've been holding the baby so much.
Right.
Drop the baby.
Right.
Okay, let's redo it. Come on, man.
Dude,
We gotta redo it. Just roll.
I ain't got. Let's go.
Let's roll.
That was funny.
been on too long.
Too long. Yeah, we've enjoyed Uncle Bobby, but
We ain't gonna redo a whole segment because he almost
Crazy.
knocked his mic over now. Come on.
We good.
We rolling. So today we got a special episode. I figured in the spirit of, Black History Month.
Hold up. What episode we on?
19.
19.
This is 19.
We on episode 19, y'all.
19.
Let's talk about it.
Hey.
Going strong, man. Going strong.
Yes, sir.
Episode
that's 1 away from
19.
20.
I just want to tell y'all thank you for tolerating my uncle because I seen the episodes.
Oh, we all right. Bobby cool.
Bobby cool.
He still want his Jello.
He don't like my Bill Cosby sweater. We cool.
No, he digging it. He wanted. He said, "Is it a
I
coochie?
forgot
Is it a
this
coochie?"
Negro Jello
He said
again.
that coochie sweater.
Dang.
I'm gonna have to get him some Jello, especially since Uncle Bobby probably was around
Make sure you get
back
him.
in the
Make sure you get
back
him
in the old
the red.
days.
Get him the red.
The red.
The
That's
red.
sure what he said.
That's his favorite flavor.
Look,
I got
no,
you,
for real
brother.
though.
Okay, let's go.
I thought in the spirit of Black History Month, and Uncle Bobby is part of Black History, I'm sure. But anyways, in the spirit of Black History Month, we would do a little history episode. Not so much on Black history, but if you're from the spot, you're from Hot Springs, you know that there is a legacy of music here that a lot of people do not know about. So I say we give a shout out over the next month to the OGs, the people that was around in the beginning when it started picking up heat and popularity. So I brought in somebody today. I hit Mix Up and was like, "Hey, get a hold of our special guest." He did,
Yeah.
and this is gold, y'all. This is gold because this man has a lot of stories to share.
Yep.
Man.
Plus, he been out here grinding for a long time. He got a lot of things to present. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get him on here. All right, let me holler at him real quick.
Let's hit him up. Let's do it.
Yeah. You ready? All right, bet. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Introducing the great,
What's happening?
one of the OGs in the spot.
What's up with you?
Nope.
Appreciate y'all.
Let's get it.
What up?
What's up
What up?
with you,
Appreciate
man?
Oh, bless. Can't complain.
Good to see you,
My
bro.
arms short.
What up?
My
Oh,
arms
yeah,
are
my
short.
arms
My
short.
arms are short.
What up with you? Y'all
Got
doing
short
good?
arms.
Your
Yeah,
arms
I
is
gotta
kind
be
of short, though.
Oh, man, it's good to be here, man.
Everything about Jay.
My arms
good
are
to see
That's
you.
what's up, yeah.
Not everything.
Good with your poop?
Oh, chilling, man.
Let the jeans fool you.
Grinding. Grinding.
Let's pull your mic down just a little bit.
For sure.
And of course, you already got your beverage.
Yeah.
Got
Coffee.
his coffee, yeah.
Keefy, penitentiary coffee.
Yeah.
The
Keefy.
McCafe.
With the SME merch on there,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
We coming up.
Yeah.
You know, got
But this man, y'all, he been around since the beginning, or what I would call the beginning. All of us I would say we probably like second or third generation as far as Hot Springs goes, and you probably like fourth,
Fifth,
down up in
seventh.
there.
I'm in there.
But
I'm the
this
best.
man was there back when the if you know Spot City, Cricket Eggs, Black Magic, back when they first was coming out, you had over in Mount Pine, you had New Age with JR, and Product and all of them out there.
Yeah.
You had M-Child, and
Yeah.
he was a little bit of both. He was Spot City, he was Mountain Pine.
Yeah.
You know, this man was there. So,
Yeah.
you know, give us a little background
Well,
and everything about yourself and what you got going on, and then we'll jump into that.
Okay, well, speaking of M-Child, he's actually on my first album. He's on the intro, and he also, I think, number 8, somewhere around there. But, yeah, when I moved here from Pine Bluffs. When I got here, it was only about 6 rappers. You had Cricket, you had Trick Dickless, you had T-Bob, Shake 'em. That was pretty much it. Matlock and Lawless. At the time, he was going by Madism. So, it really wasn't much. We started it was 2 different labels. We had Black Magic over there, then you had Block, which was Leon Fugate, and Block, that was us at the time. At the time, there was nobody in stores, so everybody was grinding, trying to try to be the first to get in stores. Of course, Black Magic, he had his stuff in stores, and that's where I came from.
That's what's up.
So Black Magic was like that guy that kind of just like the tree, and then y'all branched off of him a little bit like that.
Well,
with the labels and stuff.
It was actually competing at the time, and then later on we started merging. A lot of us started doing work together.
Oh, okay.
And you said something about your album. I see you got a bunch of albums.
Yeah,
a
bunch of them,
man.
and most of them is over 20 years old or close to it.
Really?
You know,
Got that work.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you got the Pookamentary, which came out like in 2015.
Okay.
You know, you got The Appetite, which came out in 2004.
Okay.
You got Back to the Battlefield, which
I
came
remember
in.
that one.
You remember that one?
Yeah, I
Came in
remember that one.
Yeah, that one came in 2003. And then, I mean, they all got their own little stories. Back to the Battlefield, one of my favorite albums, but also one of the albums that I really liked least too, because there was a lot of battling, a lot of dissing.
Yeah.
At the time, the city was growing, and we was all collabing with each other. Then a lot of us had fallouts. And the spirit from up in the hood, us shooting at each other, and then all of a sudden we talking about it, you know. So, terrible
so it's
time.
A lot of history. See, that's a lot of stuff that me myself I don't even know. Like, I was around it back then, but I started in Mountain Pine with JR and Product and all of them. Y'all know my brothers. Product.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, you know, I know more history of where it came from there. But I knew the artist that was out here. You know, you would hear about him, like he was like Trick Dickless. I was way too young to be listening to this probably, but he had a song that used to be a heater, boy. It was Bucket Naked. Bucket Naked. That used to be my shit. Like, but you know,
Sound like something I listen to.
I was in like middle school, like Bucket Naked.
Yeah.
Bucket Naked. But
13-year-old HD over there.
and then you know, Cricket X is Beezy's cousin.
Yeah.
So
Me and X go way back.
right.
Yeah.
But I didn't know y'all had like beef and stuff going on. That's a rich history for Spot City music.
Shooting at each other, just doing all type of stupid stuff. You know, it all started from hearsay, pretty much. I mean, and this album, you know, 'cause me, and if you look at the music we did in the beginning, me, Porter, you know, a lot of us was working together, and then all of a sudden we went to a lot of hearsay, and I mean, really shooting at each other, just doing all type of craziness. And
when you say Porter, you mean
Polio.
Polio.
You know, Polio was good people.
That's what we know him by.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now,
Polio was
hold
good
up.
people.
Yeah.
Was y'all shooting lyrics or just
no.
y'all was banging?
Bang banging,
Oh,
because
okay.
a lot of us, even though we rap,
Okay.
a lot of us came from the true gang culture.
Right.
You know,
J-Man
I came
It
from
was a
Bluff.
hood man.
Nah, I'm trying to
Right.
let the world know. You see that? That's real.
Yeah.
He was probably like 6.
If
8
you not
years
about
old when
that
this was
life,
going on.
don't claim
You
you
probably
is.
was still in Houston back then.
Oh, y'all
You know
still
what
in
I'm saying? He's
Houston.
probably like 8.
Right.
Yeah.
So at least
I mean,
you
yeah.
young. You were young.
I mean, but I remember this album being in the barbershop though.
Yeah,
And I'd be like, who is that? Oh, that's
crazy
my
'cause
boy.
you-
This.
And that's cool because you are so young and you remember that album.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Being in the
that's
barbershop. Shout out
to
to
me
the
that was always
barbershop.
the fun thing, is being in the city and people ride down the road playing your music. You know, I mean, it made you feel a certain type of way. Like, okay,
Right.
Yeah,
And everybody that
okay.
was doing it had some music. Like, you know, we said M-Child. You know, M-Child was cold, bro.
Yeah.
He was like somebody to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
like one of the best
yeah,
here in Hot Springs.
absolutely. He's one of the best lyricists. Period.
Right.
You know, you can put him on the same platform with anybody in the mainstream.
Right.
I mean, him
and
and fell out
rocked.
at one time.
He got a lyric that I always loved on the song he did with New Age. He's like, you can't stop me living on the edge. Take your body to the shed, off with your head.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, he was cold, bro.
Yeah, he
He'd
was.
come in and he'd come at you, too.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm gonna go ahead and ask, because this is different than most artists that come in here. I see a book sitting here too.
Yeah.
So did you write this?
Yep, I wrote that. The people on the covers, I mean, never met. And it was one of those things that was actually supposed to have been a script. I wrote 2 scripts, shipped them out. His town, H-Town. It was a company out there that was going to try to do these movies. And, they kind of reneged. So now I'm stuck.
Course, yeah.
So now I'm stuck. And my partner, Black Male, he just kept staying in my ear. Turn it to a book. Like, nah, man, I don't do books, man. I do music. And he was just in my ear all the time, man. So out the blue, like, you know what? Fuck
when
it.
you did do music for a video and stuff?
Yeah. Black man.
Yeah, Black
I
Male.
could see him telling you that.
Yeah, that what it was right there in my
Yeah,
ear.
he another one of the OGs. He been around for a while.
Still a book, man.
Right.
Yeah,
I can see him saying like
that.
Shout out to Black Male, though.
Right.
Yeah. Turn it to a book. I'm like, come on, Black Male, leave me alone, man. But he kept on. He was one of them dudes. So when I went to the pen, he one of the few guys that wasn't family that wrote all the time. He didn't have to. He just talking about everyday stuff. I went to the store, just talking.
Yeah.
So,
And that probably helped you.
yeah. He showed a lot of love. So Black Male, good people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
cool dude.
Oh, yeah.
I met him once or twice.
He is.
Shout out to Black Male again.
So look, we kind of we jumped off into it right away. We're going to get back on track and come back to this because it's a lot.
Yes.
So, it's a lot, and I'm already enjoying it. But I know that we had some outrageous points that went on this week. So let's talk about them while we got Pook Loc out here. Talk about our outrageous points. You were saying something before.
Yeah, I can jump it off. Let me get that burp out the way first. No, I ain't hating no Democrats or nothing, but this was a Democrat that's running to be president. His name Andrew Yang.
All right.
He's a lawyer. I believe he's a lawyer.
Sound
He went
Chinese.
to law school and everything. But my outrageous was I was watching the Democrat debate thing last night, whatever, and he was saying something about if he was president, what he would do is make it where every single person would get $1,000 a month. Check for $1,000 a month.
He lying, ain't
Every
he?
person.
Oh, snap.
No,
in the
no,
US.
he ain't lying about doing it. He would really do it. He would really do it.
How?
But that's the point. There's people that don't get deep enough into it to realize where the money gonna be coming from. Automatically, you gotta know where it's coming from. Taxes.
Yeah.
And what he's talking about doing is taxing, like raising state taxes to like 27% or some shit, like, and taking the tax money pretty much that you paid all year to give you $1,000 a month.
I'm pretty much getting my money back.
You're no, you ain't even getting your money back. You're gonna be losing more money than what you would have been getting in the first place.
That's true.
Yes.
Because it's going to come off of the taxes.
And that was my outrage because people
Well,
don't look
I'ma
far
just
enough
say,
into
though,
the detail to see this.
That's
I'm going
messed
to just
up.
say, though,
That's how they do us.
that's
That's why I'm calling them out
it's-
for everybody to see this. Y'all need to look into that if you like. If you
it's
think
brilliant
cool,
strategy,
look
though.
into it.
It's brilliant strategy, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this.
It is.
If you want to get something over on people, you write it down. Put it in the newspaper. Most people won't put it in the newspaper.
Yeah.
If you want to pull the blinders over somebody's hand, offer them something in one hand while you holding the knife in the other. That's brilliant strategy.
But not just that.
You know?
How many people do you think that is going to make quit their jobs and everything just because they won't have to work? I could sit at home not working and still get $1,000 a month off of everybody else that's working off their tax dollars.
But
Man, you be losing though.
you still believe?
You still would.
I'm like, it's
That's why-
2020.
yeah, you would be-
$1,000
you only
ain't
get
shit.
that's $250 a week. Yeah, that's all you're getting.
Where the hell you gonna stay at with
But
that?
think about people that ain't working right now already that are just bumming and all this stuff. They just gonna be even worse.
But you
Worse
saying
off.
that-
some people that only make $250, $300 a week, they're gonna quit their job
Man.
just because they can make $250 for doing nothing sitting at home.
That's gonna change the dynamic on other things, though.
It changes a lot of shit.
It's gonna change.
Ain't that kind of
the
already
way.
happening though?
Yeah, I'm like,
It's gonna change the way that you get assistance.
In a way,
Yep.
Like if you living off assistance, your assistance gonna change. Because if you just sitting at home collecting the $1,000,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Food stamps will change.
Yep. It's gonna
All
change
that'll
a lot.
change.
That's what I'm saying. People don't think deep enough into it. That's why I wanted to
Right.
mention that. For anybody watching the episode, they know like you gotta look more into that stuff. Don't just think you're getting $1,000 a month and it's cool because it ain't. You're gonna be losing money.
On top of
right.
that, you gonna have. I know y'all see these videos where people be like buying steaks and shrimp with their food stamps, and then some angry person that pay taxes come through and like slap their ass and take their steak or something. First of all, if I had stamps,
I wish your mother
I wish you would. We fight in the
take your steak.
but all of us being taxpayers, we all understand though. Like that's tough, bro. Like I work a full month and be struggling sometimes to get them groceries. All my bills be paid, but them groceries though.
Oh yeah,
that'd be tough. And you be like, man, somebody come through, be the plug. Speaking of, I need a new plug. I let your boy on them stamps, you know what I'm saying? But no,
Shit, I think everybody looking for a food stamp plug.
Everybody looking for a food stamp plug. They just can't afford to buy groceries, man. I'm not afraid to say it.
You got to prove it.
Ain't gonna hurt to say it. Everybody looking.
Everybody looking. Yeah, that's
which one of us getting them?
I think I had an outrageous. So I heard Snoop Dogg had called out. I don't know if y'all heard Gayle King.
Yeah, he did.
She was. See, I don't even know. Is that a dude or a woman?
That's a woman.
See, I thought it was one. I thought y'all said okay. I thought it was, but I thought y'all just said dude. But anyway, Snoop Dogg had called her out for dogging Bill Cosby.
Oh no, Kobe.
No, Kobe. That's what it was. It was Kobe. But I thought I saw something on Bill Cosby too, where she was saying something about that.
Let's get this out there right now.
What's up?
The atmosphere in the world right now with Kobe just dying. You cannot say anything bad about Kobe right now.
Do you know what she was saying though? What she was talking about?
She brought up the rape and all of that. Like,
right, trying to say that he wouldn't.
She did that the day he died though, didn't she?
Right.
She was trying to bring that up serious. She was bringing that shit up the day he died.
So like, first of all, what is she trying to do? Like, that's what I want to know. What was the point?
His name.
What was the point of that? You know what I'm saying? He went through that. He lived through that.
And he beat it.
And he beat it.
Yeah.
But they saying because the dude didn't like testify, pretty much. That's why he beat it. That's what they saying.
So
that's what she's saying, I guess.
Let's talk about the other side of that. You know, there's a culture on both sides of that. You got this man that's in a position of power, and this woman that, by my opinion, she probably had consensual sex with dudes.
I guarantee you.
Okay,
it's Kobe.
But it's Kobe, so I can say that you did whatever. But he went through the trial. He went through it all. And whether or not somebody testified or not, he was proven innocent on it.
Yeah.
That should have been
done.
It should have been done. She never should have said it.
And that's why it's outrageous.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's, like if they had proven him guilty, he'd be locked up with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But he was proven innocent. And a lot of people hate.
You just got talking to Mike.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people hate his wife. They be hating on his wife for staying with him.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
somebody they always
her choice.
That's stupid. That's like when Bill Clinton's wife stayed with him. When he was getting some head,
bro. Hillary
Hillary was like, I'm staying with him.
Hillary got people on the side too, though. Let's not play.
You mean
of course.
You mean his husband stayed with him? She the man of the relationship.
That's true.
Either way, though,
she used to not be.
Everybody know Bill was a hoe. So
according to him, he didn't have sexual relations.
According to him, but too many accusations came up for him not to be knocking some of them people down. And it's the president though. Say we had a female president and she strolled through and she was like, "Hey, you, I want you to get some of this presidential."
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm just saying he was like the Zeus of the U.S. He was in the top position of the U.S. Of course he gonna have hoes, but we all knew he was a hoe. So you know that his wife knew he was a hoe. She got hoes too. You can't tell me she just didn't get caught.
I said the same shit.
She just didn't get caught.
I said the same shit. She was inside dick.
She wear
She wasn't the president.
Like
they wasn't worried about what she was getting.
Right.
Oh yeah, she was.
If she was president, she would got caught up. But she wasn't president, so they wasn't worried about her side.
And besides that, we wouldn't have the terminology, you just got Monica Lewinsky. If it never happened, you wouldn't be able to say that.
But anyway,
wipe your mouth.
Anyway, back to the main subject we was on.
Because we did travel all the way
I think it's messed up that old girl was trying to talk about Kobe like that. Like, he died and stuff. It's messed up.
Yeah, she wrong for that.
You fucked up for that.
Like, you don't bring up people dark life when they die,
like when he was alive, he wasn't saying nothing.
Yeah. Right. You was taking his money, buying his shoes and his clothes, and he's a good man, he's this and that.
Right.
As soon as he died, remember that time you put that
It does make for funny memes though. They had a meme with her like walking up with two big old bags of Popeyes, like, "I'm sorry, y'all."
Oh yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
I'm about to check that one out.
Oh, man, you gotta
I hate
check
the
it out,
one
man.
when they predict his death. Like it's Kobe Bryant, the plane had crashed. He got 2 championships. Kobe passed the championships. What you mean
That
pass?
was real shit.
Yeah.
They really did that. But like,
They said that
They
was
really-
that didn't look like The Simpsons to me. They said it was The
I don't think it was
Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
But
I
they
think it was
predicted
something
that,
They
though.
predicted though. Like
I seen that one.
Somebody did. It was a cartoon.
he said,
That's
pass the
crazy.
trophy. Kobe said,
course.
pass the.
It's a lot of
pass.
stuff that be happening
Yeah.
like that, though.
So this is
Little
my
instances.
thing on stuff like that. So like, it's like 7 point something billion people in the world, right? Mm-hmm. If each one of us said such and such will die by this, and this at some point in his life, somebody's gonna be right.
Yeah.
Right? It's not really a prediction. Like you
I didn't
can just get lucky, bro. Like somebody gonna be right. You
Okay,
can,
But I didn't think I would.
the same source every time.
That's what I'm saying.
but it wasn't the same source. That's
Either
what I'm saying.
way.
No, bro.
Because they've been saying, listen, they've been saying that every time I see it, it's been like predicted on The Simpsons, and they got
Yeah.
lucky a couple times. This was not on The Simpsons. That was a different source.
No, bro. I read on. I ain't gonna say read. I looked it up. Like the writer of The Simpsons or whoever wrote it. Like, dude, I don't know what he be on, but he writes all this shit. It's one writer too. I watched it, bro. I don't know if it was The Simpsons.
I didn't expect the cartoon.
But it was
to
the
do
one
that.
they said that they have all these little predictions that people that come to pass. You know what I'm saying? And the writer,
Well, look,
they said,
I'm gonna need y'all to make a prediction. Make a prediction that SME gonna blow up. We gonna be billionaires. Do that.
Please.
Make a cartoon. Do that.
Hey, the tongue is mightier than the sword.
Right.
Oh, shoot.
you just talking, you just say it. We gonna be bigger than life.
Bigger than
Hell yeah.
life.
We gonna have
are
houses.
bigger than
house
life.
right here, house right here. I'm gonna be that one neighbor that's borrowing shit. Like, can't I borrow some sugar?
Nah, bro. When we blow up,
Wanna do it
no,
house
you
first.
can't borrow no sugar, nigga. Go.
Hey,
I
Dick.
think they saying there was 2 different cartoons. It said. It was one on The Simpsons and a different one. Chamberlain Heights or something.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a few.
yeah.
I'm gonna look that up.
I think that's the one.
I'ma
I
do
saw.
some
Chamberlain
research.
Heights.
Yeah, that's the one right
He
there.
said, "Pass the trophy, Kobe."
Yep,
said,
that one.
Yeah, that's
But y'all just talking
That's
about on the
one he
Kobe
talking about.
instance.
Yeah.
It's been other
It's
predictions and it
yeah, I'm
came
about to
true.
say
It
like
has.
the 9/11 stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it has.
it was a whole bunch of stuff
It's
they
just
kept
weird
saying.
out of all the shit, out of anybody that could have predicted it.
If
It's like
you-
a cartoon everybody watched.
Right.
If you listen to something long enough, though, it'll become truth.
"Oh yeah."
I'm just saying, if you really ponder on something and the truth is a lot of times just what you believe. You know what I'm saying? Look how long people thought that the Greek gods were a thing, and now nobody actually believes it. They think it's a
I'm a
myth.
millionaire. I'm a millionaire.
Yep.
I'm a millionaire.
Every 10 years, the people think the world go in.
Right.
My uncle
So-
buying noodles and potted meat and sardines.
That's just church people.
Not about it.
That's church people. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm alive still. 2000.
Ain't nobody else thought the world was going in.
My
but
folks
some church
did.
people.
They
Hey,
bought
we was up in
water, sardines.
Y2K, we was up in the house. My
We
mama
was in church.
I'm gonna tell you, my mama
Oh,
wouldn't.
yeah,
have,
man.
if it really
2000.
happened, she wouldn't have known. Cause by
I was
Praying.
sitting at
by
home in the dark.
11:55, she was knocked.
My mom go into the store. He got put his
like, what's
arm
the
through the
line?
thing and
Yeah.
scooped all the noodles and like get that sardine mix spread water.
They said all the
Woke up this
power
morning,
was
we
gonna
like
go out
this.
and shit.
Didn't happen.
Nothing happened.
So
no.
what you going to school
Candles burning
today?
And, shit, and the power never went out. It's like y'all look stupid.
I'm up in church, man.
I
They
was up there,
praying.
mama. Hey,
For the Y2K?
shout out to mama.
Yeah.
You the real MVP, because that was the time that she popped that bottle. And your boy got to drink it with her, cause she was like, "Well, if we gonna die,
Man, what was you, like, 12,
Yeah, I was
13?
like 12. She was
man.
like, "If we gonna die, you might as well at least
I
get
can
to taste
drink
this before we
today."
die." I was like, "Hell yeah!"
And I remember everybody at Dodge was getting all the gas.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
In gas cans. and shit.
No, for real. I remember being in line like, damn, man, you know. Yeah,
Damn.
Yeah. I had the old maroon Regal. Back in the day.
Damn.
He like, I can't even get to the house right now. Y'all done took all the gas. Like,
Man.
Roofing in.
That's
All right.
crazy.
Let's get back on track, y'all.
yeah,
Yeah.
we have kind of. It's good though.
Who
We
had
good
another
fun.
outrageous?
Okay, taxes. Right. Yada yada yada. All right, my outrageous is it's this dude I went to school with, and his parents kind of disowned him because he, came out the closet gay.
Came out the closet.
He gay,
And it was a man.
And I'm like,
Give him a bigger room. He won't have to stay in the closet.
you know what I mean. He ain't no R. Kelly type in the, 7 o'clock in the morning. I just he wasn't that type of in the closet. It was more like
man.
his parents kind of like, oh, that ain't my boy, that ain't my son, and then he asked me like, how would you feel if you had a gay son? I'm like, at the end of the day, bro, I wouldn't really care. I mean, if my kid did everything I say, got up, went to school, got good grades, got a diploma, got a degree.
And use your brain.
Use his brain and then move out. Like, you know, like my parents always tell me, you can do whatever you want to do when you get your own shit.
Yeah.
So when he live in his house with his husband, it is what it is.
That's
like,
right.
You know.
I'm gonna give you two perspectives because I'm a Christian and I'm a parent. I'm gonna give you both.
Oh.
So when I became a parent, I started thinking, what if my son grew up and he like dudes? So I had to come to terms with this. My son got caught kissing the girl under the bleachers in pre-K. I was like, yes! but
Thank you,
I
Steven.
did come to terms with it though. I was like, look, I love my kid.
That's right.
You know, and if he had got caught kissing the boy, I'd have been like, nigga. But I love my kid.
Amen.
Now, from a Christian point of view, this is where Christians start falling off. It's not our place.
That's right.
To pass judgment. So, as a Christian, if I was bringing you to the faith, I would just bring you how you are.
Yeah.
And let God work on you. It's not my place to try to work on you.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
that's why I don't like
you know,
church.
in my belief, it's blasphemous. God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, but God did it.
Yeah,
you can't do it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So if you gay, it's your thing. It's your thing. I don't care.
That's right.
I'm not the one taking it up the butt. I do not care.
Yep.
That's your business. But you, I'm just saying. It's your business. I'ma love you how you are. If we friends and everything, I met you gay. Okay. So what?
But he said like his, you know, like if I had a son, I'm like, I wouldn't care.
Also,
you know, that's my baby. That's my boy.
That also all comes back to itself too, because you know, like if the parents disown him, who's gonna still be there to try to make him not be that way? Like if you are the parent of that child,
it'd be better.
You disowning that child is not going to do anything to make it worse.
Right. If you don't believe in that, you're right, and you disown him, it's only gonna make it worse. Like,
because then you get sick and die. He ain't gonna come. He gonna be like, I ain't finna bring my husband to that.
Well, it ain't really that. It's like,
I mean,
if you want your child to be a Christian and not be gay and all this stuff, you might be the only person in their life that can try to bring them way and be that way.
So you gotta keep that bond there.
If you disown them, there ain't gonna be nobody.
Right.
So they're just gonna keep going more and more off track.
That's like I said. Like if he do, you know, stay on track, diploma, degree, get a good job, house in the suburbs, he can do whatever he want to do. That's still my son.
And the thing is, like, you know, I got gay friends. That never even comes up. You know, it's not a thing that we just, but it's my gay friend. No, you're just my friend.
That's right.
That's your business.
Yeah.
People get so hung up on other folks' business. You ain't doing it.
I know.
You know, mind your own.
Oh, that's Christian.
Like that. As long as you ain't trying to kiss on me and stuff, we good.
Right. That's how I feel.
Like
when
that
I was at
Christian.
Cracker Barrel.
What?
I had to get trained by boys. I was like,
I said we straight.
Cool, you know.
He said J Man kissing. I'm like,
Right.
You gotta do the job, you know.
Right.
I'm gonna get away from you.
Yeah, and you know, we grew up with boys.
Weird
We go
I
with that.
said who? I'm like, who you looking at me?
Somebody trying to kiss you, boy.
I want you either. I just want the sweater.
Wait a minute. See, I
I
missed something. These niggas having side conversation.
We gonna hear it.
Me and J-Mac always having side conversations.
All the time. Well, let's get back on like about the Christian thing. Like, how can you judge somebody about like what type of religion? Because you know, like I got tattoos, and my uncle said, "Oh, you know, in the Bible, you're not supposed to ink up your body and stuff like that." I said, "Unc, do you follow everything by the Bible?" Because I was like,
Uncle Bobby.
No, not that. My other
I was
uncle.
finna say, boy.
No, please, no.
It might be a sin to do that to your body, but it doesn't say you're going to hell.
That's what I'm saying. I just be like, Unc, I could have sworn you had kids before marriage.
It ain't even that, bro. Like, that's point.
That's
but
a
I'm
good
just saying,
point,
like,
man.
it's a good point, but it's so many
The
things.
flesh is weak.
People that get to judging and stuff like that. Let's talk about some simple everyday stuff. If you go to a buffet and you eat, listen, you go to a buffet and you eat until you full, but you still eating.
That sound like church folks.
You sin.
Hey, I'm
You
guilty.
sin.
I'm
Oh my
guilty of
God!
that.
You ate 2 more bites
right,
of that egg foo young. You finna go to hell.
I
Like,
do it every night.
you know what I'm saying?
I swear, I be eating and then I eat cookies and shit. After that, and I just keep eating cookies.
Keep eating. So look,
You going to
it's
hell,
like,
young man.
it's like so many things that I mean, you were born into a world of sin. There's no way that you cannot sin.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The thing. See, y'all finna have me on the soapbox. We gonna move past this. Let's just point it out.
I was finna say something. Now I'm about to say,
bro,
ain't I made in God's image? So if I got a sense of humor, do he?
He does, but like I said, I can be on a soapbox about stuff like that. We're gonna move past it. Let's just say this though. It's time out. Like, we in 2020, y'all. It's time out for folks getting, disowning their kids and stuff. It's not your place, man.
Yeah.
It's not your place. That's for God to take care of. And you shouldn't even be thinking about it as a thing to take care of. It's just not your business. Let them live how they live. You know what I'm saying? And if you feel strongly about it, pray for them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's free.
Pray for them. And let's move past that. Cause we get
now don't come around him when he be like successful at something. Oh, that's my boy. Oh, I'm his boy now.
Right.
But just a minute ago I was a faggot.
Yes.
Oh man.
A minute ago I was a faggot. Now I got
real,
money.
Though. It's blunt, but it's real. People get, people that can be the worst to you are the ones that you love the most.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they gonna be the harshest because they know how to hurt you. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I had an outrageous, and we should be moving past outrageous.
Let's move on
into the next segment. But I gotta say this one. So we just gonna go into it.
Yeah, you brought it up. I gotta know about this.
I have said that the success of Hot Springs as a commerce, the commerce in Hot Springs, as that gets more successful, it will have a chain effect, a domino effect on other things in our economy here. Okay? Main thing I'm talking about right now is crime. The influx of crime is going to go up. Okay? It's going to be an influx. It's going to go up. Crime is going to rise, and it's already starting to happen.
Yeah.
One of the first things I noticed was this is not criminal, but I noticed that there are more homeless and panhandlers, and we talked about that in the episode. That was when I was like, yeah, it's already started.
Well,
but now the crime is like
stupid. There have been more panhandlers though because they legalized the shit a year or two ago. They made it legal to panhandle. But they was illegal. They come down. They was on a rise. Sidewalk. You can't hold this sign here.
Right.
I see police Hot Springs all the time coming down there like, hey, you can't be doing that down here.
They was on the rise though. But before they legalized it, they had already started coming in here. You noticed that you started seeing them more.
But now it's legal, like it's a
that
whole
made it worse. But that's
man.
not my point for today. We didn't talk about that. But that's just one of the first signs. You start seeing other stuff start happening, like prostitution. You start seeing that happening, and then just all around like basic crime. Like
he was selling hoes 10 years ago, so I mean, that ain't nothing new either.
I got some friends now selling hoes.
but notice I said
I'll pay you back soon.
Notice I said the influx though.
So,
what I mean by influx is it's gonna get worse. You starting to see it more. We've been here since, we all grew up here. You starting to see it more. It's gonna be a broader thing. I'm gonna just give you my point. Listen. I'm gonna just give you my point because there's no way that this can just be exposed. What happened? Okay, 2:00 in the morning. My mama sleep on the couch. Allison and Little Rock with the Kaylin and the baby. Okay, and I'm playing my game. I hear a loud boom. Right, so loud that my bro heard it in my headset. Okay, it was that loud. He was like, "Dang, somebody shooting." I was like, "I don't know if they are. It must be a shotgun or something." Now y'all know I'm black. I didn't go look.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's right.
I said,
we don't look.
I said that we don't go look. Nah.
I don't go looking either, motherfucker. If I go looking, I'm gonna have my AR-10 in hand. Like,
right.
Who's shooting?
Nah, I ain't gonna look. But the next morning, it was a car melted in the parking lot.
Oh shit!
In my apartment complex. Okay. The story is somebody was running from the police. Came into our gated community. Thank y'all for that stupid gate. Anyways, came into our gated community, lit that mug on fire, and it exploded as they ran away. Hopped the fence and dipped, okay? You can't tell me that was some shit that's being exposed. No, that's some shit that normally wouldn't happen, and now it's happening here. Get the fuck out of here. That's some Grand Theft Auto stuff.
I'm trying to believe this right now. Hold up.
You can drive over to the house right now, bro. The car is still there. Melted, bro.
They never moved.
In the park. No, they ain't
No,
moved
the police ain't gonna move that shit.
They came and put the fire out and left that mug.
They
It's
need to
still
get some
sitting
better
there, bro.
gates.
Oh man.
They need to take
Them gates ain't nothing.
Gate
I
bro.
hopped on those gates plenty of times.
Bro,
Bro,
accidental fire then, because they wouldn't have just left the car there if they was running from the cops and shit with it.
They need some.
I figured.
I think they would have
Look.
towed it off if they was running from the police. And
That's crazy.
Probably mad at
It's
somebody over there.
that's what
It's
I'm saying.
the weekend.
It sound like somebody just come on there and burn them over down.
Either way, if that ain't what happened, because like I said, that's the story. The story is, even if that ain't what happened, somebody lit a car on fire and it blew up. in Indiandale, bro. That does not. That ain't happening here.
I mean,
stuff like that don't happen here.
Just a few years ago, down where I stay, like I only stayed 30 minutes from here. They found 2 bodies in the trunk of a car, and it was burnt up. After
Death, murder.
Yeah,
it's been happening.
Shit, that's the mafia.
That's my
you know
point.
what I'm saying?
Like, it's been happening.
I ain't never heard of no car exploding, bro. I heard the car explode, bro.
Now it's like, but you got to think about the media.
I was right there.
You was in your game. Your brother heard
I
boom. I don't know. I ain't gonna
heard it too. Shit. I heard it, but I'm black. I ain't
probably felt
check
that
it. You know?
shit. If it was around saying,
it was so loud.
Like, boom.
It was so loud. Mama was like, "Who's it?" I was like, "Ma, I don't know. Go back to sleep."
Like on Super Bowl. When that dude called, it was the neighbor called, somebody shot outside.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was like, "I'll just making sure you're good."
Damn, somebody mad.
He said, "Jay, man, you're good."
Same thing.
They must be going for the 49ers.
Don't do me.
No, I'm saying whoever shot off, they must be going for the 49ers.
He's still upset, y'all.
The same time that was happening, though, over in the project, somebody was getting shot in the ass. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's real. Maybe it's just that it's starting to be exposed. I'm saying, I think that it's going to bring about an influx in crime. Think about this. You come from Timbuktu. You come here to visit. You go to the casino. You lose everything. You got you stuck. What you going to do to get home?
Jack somebody.
Or trick some dick. You going to do something.
Jack somebody.
I hope he jacks somebody.
It's going to be criminal.
2009.
If you ain't got nobody to call or you nothing like that, it's gonna be criminal. That's what happens. You go to Vegas, Vegas being one of the most crime-ridden cities. Why do you think that is? More population, freaking casinos everywhere.
Hit my inbox.
Not just the casinos, but that's a big part of it, though.
Yeah, people get to this, like you said,
honestly,
everything.
I feel like crime has already been bad.
That's what I'm saying. It's just now you got all the media that's showing it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know though. I just don't be hearing about
y'all
everything.
Acting like Hot Springs, Chicago. If we was in Chicago, I would agree.
Like
because listen, if we was in Chicago, I would agree with what y'all saying because I done been there. It's so normal to hear gunshots all the time. To see a car on fire, that's not normal for Hot Springs. Y'all know it's not.
I don't know.
I mean,
it's a lot of.
I seen some shit. I sat across the street from a dope house, and somebody set it on fire. A meth explosion. So I'm like,
okay. So
I seen
that.
We brought the OG here. Let's ask his opinion on that. On the subject.
Yeah. What you think?
I agree.
With me?
Shit getting bad. Yeah.
It's getting bad. Yeah. What y'all saying is adding to my point.
I'm saying it's already been.
It's already been bad, but it's getting worse.
It's getting worse. You think it's worse?
Yeah.
Okay. Hence the word influx. It's gonna get worse. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Like
it's getting worse.
Before, the population, man, the bigger it gets, the worse it's gonna get.
That's right.
It's real.
People don't care about that. They just care about the money.
And I just don't care what y'all say. I ain't never seen no melted car, nigga. And I done been in a lot of places. I ain't never seen that.
At least your car wouldn't buy it.
I'm telling you.
Man, I'd be mad right now if my car was beside that car.
I'm going to go check it out.
I got full coverage. Shit.
I want to go see it and leave.
I wish I would have been parked right there.
Hey,
I got full coverage.
The hood on that mug is missing. Like, one part of the hood is over here. I don't even know where the other part of the hood is. That mug was blown off.
I can't believe they left it out there.
Nigga one of them big trucks.
I can't believe they left it out there.
It's still sitting there.
Blow my shit up.
Like I passed it on the way over here. It's still sitting there in the rain, melted and wet now.
Oh man.
Okay, so
it didn't cool off by now.
Anyways, we gonna take a quick 5, then we gonna get back to the spotlight and let Pook give us some more of that historical knowledge.
Yeah, for our Spot City OG episode.
I don't care what you say. We getting this right here. We getting this right here.
You getting a big family size cheap bag.
We want Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. It's still Frosted Flakes, boy. You better eat them Frosted Flakes.
That's more expensive than a big bag, motherfucker.
Goddamn it, what?
You ain't goddamn it. You ain't never
This ain't Tony the Tiger. That's Phony the Figer.
The milk be all
exactly the same.
You get
what I
grits.
tell them, it tastes the same.
It is the same.
It is.
I know a dude that keep the name brand box and just pour the other stuff in there.
I've seen that.
Sometimes you gotta do that. Make your kids do it.
My brother said his kids know the difference. Listen,
Would y'all call Faygo or off-brand?
Hell no. That's a.
it depends on where you from.
Right, cause I love Faygo.
Boy.
I'm from Houston,
There's
so
a difference.
that's a
I like it in
styrofoam
the
lean
can.
drink.
I don't like it in the 20-ounce bottles. It don't taste the same, bro.
No, I like it
in the can, like a cold can of it tastes better.
I understand what you're saying, but I like it both ways.
Because that's like, people drinking a beer out of a tall boy or out of a can. They think it tastes different.
I think it's just because you're probably thirsty.
Bro, in Detroit,
when you get out
Faygo is the name brand, bro.
Man.
It is the name brand. You go to the store and get a Faygo.
You know Houston is Fanta. You can't get a Fanta. Get a Fuego. You pour an ounce of that, a deuce. I know you from Houston. You know what a deuce is. That's lean.
I don't know. Everything I heard deuce or something else.
Bruh, we wasn't even on camera. He pointed at the camera.
No, we recording.
We always recording.
I know we recording, but we hadn't come back yet. He was like,
we can put this in there.
Bloopers. I'm about to say, you from Houston, you know what a deuce is.
And we back after our little break with Let's Talk About It. It's your boy, H-Tudda.
It's your boy, Mr. Mixa.
I'm your man, Jangalang.
The Mac Daddy J Mac. Hey.
And it's your boy, Pook Loc.
Yeah.
Pook Loc.
Yeah.
We're going to get back into some of this history. I'm going to bounce some questions off of you, though.
Okay.
Because I just want to know, like, coming from a standpoint of being a kid and just hearing everything, it's interesting to me to know some of the inside details of what was going on back then. So, like, what brought y'all all together? Like, what made y'all start doing music?
Well, when I came in, you had a certain amount of people recording, but if Marvell, he'll tell you, I actually came from the battle. I was battling. That's how I started off. And then the Banjo Dance studio was still up downtown, and that would give me the idea of coming go
Banjo
record.
Dance?
Oh yeah, Banjo Dance.
Okay, see that.
For all the people that was going at KMA, that was before that KMA club. It was a kids club.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, so I went to KMA.
That was when we was coming there, like
13.
Right.
Yeah, see, that same building is where Banjo Dance. They used to pretty much record a lot of local country music artists around the state. Not just here in town. The people come all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, recording there. Where we used to go in and record, and that pretty much what changed everything. Only thing we did at the time was freestyle.
Yeah.
Battling. Right. Going to different house parties, battling. Nobody had real beats, so you rapping over other songs, just battling. Yeah. And everybody took notice.
Y'all never really sat down and made a song. No, y'all just was messing around.
And Leon Fugate pulled up on me. I'm outside chilling, and he said, "Hey, somebody told me you can rap." And he asked me to spit, and I spit. And the rest is history from there. He was one of the first ones with the studio, too.
See, that's what I mean by, like, this is interesting, because I had no idea that there was a battle rap presence in Hot Springs at any point, other than, like,
at the cafeteria.
At the cafeteria or the
table
coming last night or whatever. Like,
right, because Hot Springs ain't really known for,
right.
But
to know that
recess rapping.
We're going to everybody's house parties and
it was working.
So y'all was like kid and play.
So people would stop dancing and having a good time just to watch. We ain't gonna hurt each other. We just battling.
Yeah.
And the parties would stop just to watch it. That's exactly how I met Black Magic too, because downtown when they still had the payphones up. We'll battle down there too.
A payphone.
Yeah, people pull up.
That was the 90s.
Yeah, they pull up and pop them trunks open, let them beats play, and we battle.
That's dope.
I bet you was hard. You be like, come here, and I suck it. No, hold on, wrong time. That's 90s. My bad. That's the wrong year. He ain't that old, y'all.
Hey, don't pay no mind to J-Mac tonight. I don't know where he been.
His first day back, y'all.
I've
been recording like.
That's exactly where I came from. I came from battling, and then out of my circle, I was the only one that was willing to write. And then, other people followed suit. There was artists before us. I guess I really wouldn't say before us, but around the same time.
Around the same time, yeah.
So.
Yeah, like I said before, Beezy's cousin, Cricket X is Beezy's cousin. So I would hear what Cricket was doing back then.
Yeah, he was the top artist here.
Okay, so everything. I got a question about what year are we talking about right now?
Mid-90s.
It was like 96.
96, 97. So, but when I got here, X was the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody say, "Hey, such and such can rap," he can't beat Cricket.
Right.
He can't beat Cricket.
Everybody know Under the Rain, bro.
Yeah, everybody know.
If you from Hot Springs, you know that track.
He was the top lyricist here. Whether nobody touching him at that time.
Right.
And then everybody else started growing, catching up. everybody's playing catch up.
It's cool for me hearing this stuff too, because I mean I ain't even moved to Hot Springs till like '99. So I mean, just knowing you was doing this shit before I even moved here.
Yeah, but he know Dren. He was telling us earlier. Yeah, Dren was doing it out of Malvern.
Yeah, Dren was doing it out of
Malvern.
Yeah. Right. The Malvern Riders, so hit the Malvern Riders over there, but Black Magic and all those labels over there was, up there probably a lot farther than them, because they stuff was sitting in stores. You can go into a Camelot in, Louisiana, and you will see Black Magic records, right. So you can go anywhere and you see those other artists.
From Hot Springs.
Yeah, from Hot Springs.
A lot of people, I'm sure, in the world don't even know that. Yeah. Because, if you look at the hip-hop culture, I've been watching a lot of it and looking at it. Yeah, you look at the hip-hop culture, it starts in
the East Coast?
New York.
Yeah.
Right.
And then from there, it travels to the West Coast.
Yeah.
And then years later, you get a culture from Texas.
Yeah.
It's Chopped and Screwed.
And
in New Orleans.
Oh, before Chopped and Screwed.
Sipping the
New Orleans too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Texas and New Orleans.
Yeah,
they
in
both
that
had
area.
She was hard back then.
But yeah, because you can get in. I've been watching it on Netflix. You can get into it and look at the evolution of it.
Yeah.
And it explained a lot. Mm-hmm. So you see that, but you don't really hear about nowhere else. Yeah. It's like a lot of people don't recognize the fact that,
I wish Arkansas was on there, man.
Yeah.
Because it's a big culture here. It's just like nobody broke out that mainstream.
Right.
So to hear that, Black Magic had music in stores, that means a lot to anybody doing it here.
Yeah.
Because that's our history as far as hip hop goes. We don't get recognition.
No, we don't.
In Arkansas, but Hot Springs doing it. Little Rock doing it, Arkadelphia, like you can go, just keep going, and it's somebody somewhere everywhere in Arkansas doing it, and they do it great.
Yeah, I think it was like a black cloud over us. It seemed like no matter what you did, you just couldn't get from up under that cloud. Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of that is like politics. You look
it is.
Everything has politics.
Way, though.
Yeah,
I feel like it's still that way a lot around here.
It is.
It is. I don't know what we got to do to break that ceiling we have, but somebody gonna bust through one of these days.
It's coming.
It's coming.
We always talk about
support
one another.
February 21st.
And instead of saying it, we got to do it.
Right.
People say it all the time. We all got to support each other. We got to do it. A lot of times, people say it. I buy everybody albums, but sometimes that love don't come back.
That's true.
And that's the main reason why we started doing this.
Yeah.
Like, this podcast.
To try to get people out there, that's doing things here. Not just music, but we're all musicians. We are artists, so that's our love. But not just music, we putting everybody on. If you trying to come on here and promote, we putting you on.
And that's why I made sure to point this book out.
This book,
not just music. It's not just music.
Right. Books, everything. We
y'all read. Get up and read something.
So I gotta know, because like I said, my official start has been with SME.
Yeah.
Officially. But before that, my history as far as Hot Springs goes, it was in Mount Pine with New Age, with JR
and Juice
and all of them out there. My brother, I think he was going by Black Ice back then.
Yeah.
Boy, these names
Black
is hard.
Ice. Right, because that name is black as ice.
Black ice. Everything got black in it.
It's crazy.
Black male.
Black beans.
Man.
And that's where I started.
In Mount Pine?
Yep. That was first.
So who was you
the first booth I ever got? It was...
in JR studio?
Man, no. You know who it is? Kills Fast. Nick Neal.
Oh, yeah. You remember
okay,
yeah.
Kills Fast.
That's first...
Yeah.
Booth I ever got in recording. I was 16.
Yeah.
See,
how many years ago?
So it's so populated out here. That's what I'm trying to make the point of. It's so populated out here. Like we always getting, everybody was having their start at the same time in different areas in this area. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because my brother and them was putting out music. They had what I thought was hits. I don't understand why not. Was going like I was saying. M-Child was on both sides. I know he was doing music over here. He was doing music over there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you had Kills Fast. I ain't even know Kills Fast was doing music out of Mount Pond.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was.
See, that was back in like 05, 06 probably when we was doing that.
Yeah, see, I'm talking about like, bro.
This was when he was younger then.
Yeah,
Right.
he was young
you
then.
saying.
He was young then.
I'm talking
he was
about,
only a year
like-
older than me at the
Oh
time.
man, it had to be like
He was probably only 18 at the
I
time.
was in middle school, like 2001, 2000. I'm talking about way
Before,
back,
I
bro.
don't
Like
know.
even before then, it was like
That's just-
like you
Yeah.
say, y'all was mid
I'm from Houston. so I
mid
don't know.
'90s. You know, I remember my brother with his computer just and his keyboard making beats, bro.
I was still in Little Rock.
And then I think the
I was still in
second
Houston.
label here that put stuff in stores was Chopper Boy. Not Chopper Boy South, but the original Chopper Boy. You had Dirty Black, you had
Right.
Trouble, and all those guys all
Right.
up in
Right.
there. You know,
Yeah, shout out to them.
Yep, and-
Them they some OGs too,
yeah.
right?
And you know, even I'm from the Bluff. You look at Dirty Black, he actually from Hope. Trouble actually from Stuck. Or somehow we end up in the spot.
In Spot City.
Yeah.
And that comes back to what we were saying a few episodes ago. We ain't really got our own sound in Arkansas.
Yeah.
But we've got people from all over the place in this city.
Mhm.
In this
Mhm.
town here.
Right. That's got they sound.
Mhm.
You know.
But that kind of stuff, like,
It's kinda tight, though.
Hope.
Yeah.
It is.
It's cool though. That's what I'm saying. It's kind of like we like the milk.
It's like everywhere else got a certain sound,
Yeah.
and we have
but
a
we
lot.
have
A
Pook
variety.
Loc.
Right.
He has a sound.
Yeah.
You have a sound. I have
Yeah.
a sound.
Right.
That-
That's what I'm
that-
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's kind of the difference, though. Really. You
Yeah.
know,
We
if
got
you
a
think about it.
variety. We don't
Variety.
all sound
Right,
alike.
right. I be looking at I'll be looking at that. Y'all
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My thing is though, like to hear y'all's music from back then, you know, that's what we was riding to. You know, I looked up to my brother. So when I was riding with him, all I heard was the local music that was out. That right there was inspiring me, and my cousin at the time, he was. I don't even think he was Mini Styles then. He hadn't become that yet. It was just Trey,
that was-
Trey and H. We
Yeah.
would hear y'all music and stuff like that. Hear Taj and them music. Hear Cricket. Hear Trouble and them.
Yeah. Chaos.
You know,
Chaos had a nice
Us,
album.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
Chaos.
I know
Us
Chaos.
was
I
killing
learned a
it
lot
back
from
then.
Chaos.
Shout out to Us. Let's
Yeah.
not forget any of
He's
those.
actually
But
the
like,
inspiration of some of my booth.
yeah,
Some of the
Yeah.
things he taught me a lot of that.
In fact, one of the
So,
albums
yeah.
that I had out,
Give me-
he did a lot of production on it.
yeah. And see, I left here in the ninth grade and went to Mariana. And when I left, Taj plugged me in with the Fruity Loops
Yeah.
studio or whatever. So all of the music he was giving me, I'm out there now, and
Yeah.
there's people out there that's doing it too.
Yeah.
Right, then we come back here. It's like I wouldn't be on the track if it wasn't for
Yeah.
hearing y'all doing it then.
Yeah.
Because me and Trey would just, you know, be walking because we had to walk everywhere. Y'all know how it was.
Yeah.
I know how it is now.
We would be
That come walking up when
I think they're talking about it at Mount Pond.
you know, just
strong
in
legs.
Mount Pine. If we was out there, if we was in Hot Springs, I was
Yeah.
at his house. We was walking. Where
Oh,
we was going.
okay.
When we was going to the Boys and Girls Club.
Oh yeah.
We get dropped off, but we was walking back. We was, you know,
Yeah.
and as we walking, we walking. Man, I'm walking down the street. There go a stop sign.
Yeah.
Damn girl passed. Man, you know she was fine. That's how we started.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
but it all spawned from hearing y'all do it. So that's like, that's something crazy.
That's
Yeah.
that culture in there.
Right.
That hip hop
I
culture.
remember,
Real.
I was like 13, man. I hung out in the hood over off Park Avenue, man. So all I did, you know, that's where I first started. Like that's when I first got into freestyle and everything. My homies be around the table, beating him with buttons and stuff. You know, shout out to Kevin. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was like it was different. It's a lot different then than it is now. Even
Right.
you hear these
Right.
kids nowadays, they learn it from the radio and everything. They ain't
Yeah.
actually sit around and live this shit.
But people don't even know, like, that's why I was wanting to get Pook on here. People don't even know, like, the history that's thick here.
Yeah.
Because he was talking to us before we started recording. He was going on about, you know, Tim at the barbershop.
Yeah.
Tim was like the plug at a certain
Yeah,
point.
he was the
yeah.
number one producer in our area.
You know,
You know?
Tim was plugging people on. Do you know that, dude?
Getting everybody,
See?
I know who you're
connects.
talking about, though.
you know.
Yeah.
He used to take us to
Yeah, you know Tim, but
Yeah.
you didn't know that
I know
he.
who you're talking about.
Yeah, at a point in time, back in the second half of the '90s,
Yeah.
that's who was doing it. Like,
It's
like out
always a
here.
Michael Jordan and it's a Kobe coming up. It's
Yeah,
always
right.
a Michael Jordan and Kobe.
You need an album master.
Or
man.
Kobe
You
and
have to
LeBron.
Take it
or,
somewhere.
Kobe.
And
Yeah.
he'll take
Who's
us.
Kobe?
I'm just saying, like that's
Kobe.
it's
Right
the
now?
same thing
Yeah.
with music, you know.
Whoever doing it the hardest and doing it the most, that's who Kobe is right now.
I know who Kobe is. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Oh, Mr. Mixa, of course.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Where's
Who's
Mr.
Kobe?
yeah.
Who's Kobe?
Shit, I learned everything from him.
That's the thing, yeah. So can you give us like an insight on what it was like to record back then?
Oh man, it was, I mean, unreal. You know, you getting in the booth at the time. Like I said, Banjo Dan, you had all these glass booths, so you had like 7 people in the booth, and you looking at them. You know, so you really felt like something. You know, you see people, they're putting their stuff on tapes, but when we were putting our stuff on disc, we actually thought we had done something.
So y'all probably was the first ones here to be doing that.
Oh yeah. I remember getting the CDs pressed up, going to Camelot, trying to get in there, but I don't know the business. I'm like 17, 18, and I walked up and said, I want these in the stores. Had them in the box, and the guy like, nope. I said, yeah. And he like, nope. I said, well, you got that guy over there. He can't even rap. You know, another local cat. And then he said, okay, yeah, well, we'll go pick up dude's CD. So I picked up dude's CD. He said, turn it around. I turned it around. They said, this guy got a barcode. He got a distribution and all that stuff. And so when that hit me real hard. So I didn't record again for like 2 years. I continued to buy beats, but I wasn't recording. I'm like, damn, man, what the hell? You know, but
just young and didn't really know the knowledge of the business.
Yeah, didn't know. I remember sending off one of my first logos to get done because I thought, okay, you know, these people can mess with these big people. I can too. Didn't realize that stuff costs money. So they'd send those logos back, but it had words across it, you know, because they own
water print.
Yeah, waterprint. So you're like, damn, you know, that's my logo, but they designed it, you know.
Right.
So I remember those first logos, couldn't use it. Still can't, you know. And then, I mean,
because you would have to pay for that.
Yeah, you had to pay for that, you know, and it wasn't cheap. You know, you go call somebody and, you know, 25.
So with that, because that brings about another question. So at what point did everybody start doing it themselves?
Well, start learning from like the 360 and all those guys because I know most of y'all young, but y'all don't remember 360 used to come to Little Rock all the time, contract sign. I mean, you know, just sign autographs and stuff.
Okay.
So they were selling CDs at the same time. You know, Little Rock, Memphis, not that far. So we're like, okay, if they selling out the streets, we can do it too. And that's when everybody started doing it. Lawless was doing his thing. You know, we was doing our thing. All of us were just dropping. And back then, you really made your money back. You could have your whole box, go to Dodge, and at least knock out half your box back then. So, you know, it made you feel good.
And that's something to speak about that we don't have now. Like back then, y'all had a culture of people supporting y'all to buy your stuff. We can go stand out at Dodge. Ain't nobody out here supporting nobody in
They
house
gonna say we
right now.
panhandling or some shit.
True that.
You know?
Yeah, they'd rather get money than people that's holding the time.
And it's actually true because I remember going to a lot of these shows, and you can ask any of those OGs and go get tapes. Those shows are always full. Now nobody want to show you. Like, damn, what the hell happened? You know, it's not talent because the talent is here.
Right.
You know, these guys you guys doing your thing. You know, so all these young artists is good. You know, but it's like, man, what the hell is going on? Just the town don't want to support.
The culture has changed. Yeah, it's not like it used to be. A lot of people was
willing
to
don't know.
support.
Like, even like when we was throwing shows back in 2010, like we was throwing shows for a few years, bro, and like we would get support, but we would have to create the support from surrounding areas.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
we was hustling.
That's true.
To gather people from other areas to come here.
Yeah.
Right.
People from here.
Yeah.
You would probably see a handful of them in the house, but the people that was like Little Rock, Texarkana, Dallas, people was coming from everywhere to just be in the spot and do it like what they love to do.
I remember getting out the pen and going to a lot of those shows in the Rock, and everybody in the crowd singing the words. You're like, damn, that's what it's supposed to be. Come back to the town. You know, it used to be that, but not anymore, you know.
Yeah, we got more competition. I remember a few shows, man. I ain't gonna call no names, but a few people was trying to throw shows just on the same days we throw shows, you know, and it was
I know
that kind of love, like, and then it's like they even come to the show, and then they go back to their show just to make sure it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember them days.
Which really, I've always said this, like, really, if we wasn't about, like, not we, because we wasn't really trying to do that, but if we had a linked up at some point. We throwing shows on the same day. Why not link up?
Same
you know what I'm saying? Why y'all trying to be so against us instead of us all floating? You know what I'm saying?
We actually noticed that. I never knew you noticed that. You know, I get back home, talk to the family, like, damn, man. You know, remember I was on parole in Little Rock, and I come down here. You know, a couple of Femme Fatale, I come down here. But you know, back then I tried to do everything
right. A lot
right.
of those,
Right.
there was something thrown on.
I had to get permission. You know.
Hey, and I'm gonna take the time real
I
quick.
remember them days.
I'm gonna take the time real quick to shout out to Lil Rock Love. We excuse my French, we fucks with Lil Rock because one thing about it, Lil Rock, they genuine and they supportive, like for real. You know the love. So all of the fam, I ain't gonna go through all of y'all because it's a lot of y'all, but you know who you are if you're watching this. Lil Rock Love is real.
Yeah.
And we appreciate that for real.
We used to flood Lil Rock a lot.
Yeah.
You still see people walking around or at the gas station and stuff selling CDs down there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Putting them
it's
in
a culture
barbershops.
there though.
You
It's,
don't see it in Hot Springs.
you know, it's the
still see it down
capital.
there.
It's a different
Shit, last time I was
vibe.
down there one day on Friday. We going racing. You know.
Breaking the law.
Put up at the gas station, dude got a whole box of CDs. Though. I bought one from him. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do this shit. Yeah.
That's what up.
That's one thing
But
about
that's 'cause
it.
I don't see people doing that.
We
no more.
SME as a family, I'm gonna say we support, bro.
Yeah.
I remember me and C went to the Gates concert or whatever, and paid like $40 for a T-shirt or some shit. Like
Didn't even
then
see
we
that
never
shit.
even got. My sister still got them T-shirts, bro. How the hell did she end up with them shirts, bro?
I need my shirt, man.
I just thought about
$40.
that.
Damn, was it
Kiki.
Armani?
Kiki just
Kiki.
thought about that shit. He's like, where my shirt
Do
at?
you love me?
Right.
Are you
Give me
right?
my shirt.
Give me my shirt.
He said $40. I'm like, was it Gucci or mine? Damn.
Nah, but that we
was
did that though
Damn.
just to
Support.
support. Like
yeah.
at the time, Gates really wasn't Gates yet.
Yeah.
He wasn't that hot. He was
Well, I
doing
don't
the
know
show.
though, cause that motherfucker.
He was on the rise. He was like Lito and them was more popular than Gates at the time. Like, and they was there.
Yeah, they was on tour together.
You know, they was there too. So we went to see Lito and them and Gates was like 7 hours late. He was like hella late. Remember that?
Yeah.
But his team was there.
Yep.
His team was there, and they was like, "Oh, he coming." They was pumping him up and everything, and they was selling shirts. And we was like, "Well, shit, we gonna support. We support."
Shit.
Then Gates came in, did his little shit, and bounced. This was before he was packing out, big arenas
that
and
way.
shit.
Still
He
that
came out.
He
He
did that shit
came.
when I was at the concert. A while back.
Bruh,
Go see
he
my
came in,
kids.
did his shit and bounced, bro.
We didn't even know it was over. He's like, finished song, jumped out stage, gone. We're like, is it over?
People
Like,
I've been running.
Everybody
with.
turn around leaving. I'm like, I didn't even know the damn thing was over yet. Like, he was that fast, for real.
But my point about that is like the support need to come back.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. That actually go back to what you said a minute ago with Little Rock too, because that Gates concert in Little Rock I went to, they played my shit in the VIP outside, man,
Right.
and I ain't paying for nothing.
Yeah,
They
that
just
was
did it to
love.
be cool.
Yeah.
I was
Love.
like, shit, that's what's
That
up.
was love.
Man.
'Cause
You got
like-
people around here doing that.
When I was
No.
growing up, shoot, we seen people that was like hustlers, and that they on BET. You remember 106 in Park?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was who was it? It was Mike Jones. We seen like Mike Jones used to throw that party.
Who?
Mike Jones.
Who?
Mr. Jones.
Who?
And it was you know what I'm talking about. Then it was who else? It was Paul Wald, and it was Chameleon there. And then all of a sudden, what's that? BET come on, and you see me rolling. Oh, that's the deal we saw at the park. And then like,
Yeah.
dang, and now you just like, kind of don't see it no more. Like, you don't. Chameleon there was.
Cooper hard.
He was I'm white and dirty. I like.
Yeah. Hey, but look, man,
I miss them days.
we could sit here and talk forever, man. I could pick your brain all night, but
Hey, but I
unfortunately,
don't want us to forget any artists though, cause like we didn't really talk about we talked about a few artists from Australia. I know it's way
a lot
more
of
though.
great artists. I mean, God
Yeah.
knows.
Like Balzac. I know
Oh,
he
yeah,
go by something
Balzac.
different now.
Lil Frost.
What was he going by then?
Balzac.
It was the same, cause I know
Yeah.
everybody had like a different name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
yeah.
Thought it was black or something.
Who we forget, man? Cool Cat,
Cool Cat.
Yeah.
Better Noise. I know you
yeah.
said something about that shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all go way back. Used to hang out. A whole bunch of us.
And I'm privileged to just even work with all y'all, man.
Yeah,
right.
I want to say out of everybody, I haven't worked with Cricket or M Child, and that's just because they don't even stay here.
Well,
but-
Well,
Child in the
Child in
Pen.
the Pen,
right. And I'm like everybody else,
and
man.
then
I
Cricket ain't
really
from
work
here,
with
right?
Back
I mean, he
in
ain't here no
Nebraska.
more.
Yeah.
Black Magic, everybody, Poyo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pook.
And that's the thing, like, like we could spend a lot of time talking about like
black something,
you know, how our start was, and me being around to see not necessarily his start, but his development, because he started before he was already doing it when we linked up. Yeah. And we're not even gonna talk about the garbage that we put out when we first linked up. But I linked up with him through tracing Many Styles at the time,
and we had did an album in high school.
Right,
we performed in high school,
and they was already doing that, you know. But me and Darius and Ezra, we was EHD working with H-Tudda at the time. You know, H-Tudda out the back of his mama house, like going over there. And then when we linked up from there, it was like, all right, well, this is what we gonna do. I'm gonna be with SME. But I watched like his development. I remember when C first started, it was like
the closet.
In the closet.
You
know,
closet.
I think Taj and Os would be like coming over to help with Fruity Loops or whatever. Then once he got it, it was like that was it. Yeah. You know, ever since then he been on his grind and like.
Shout out to Chaos for real though, because he gave me a lot of pointers on building my booth. It's just the knowledge in it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was up to me to do it. Yeah. But it was up to me learning what to do, you know. Right. So a lot of the tips I
shout out to all of them, you know, all of the OGs. We really just wanted to pay the respect to the people that laid the way. But like I said, you watch his development, our development, because from there he became like #1 producer. And I say that full-heartedly. You can argue with me all you want to, but there's nobody that has been in contact with as many people through Hot Springs in 10 years at least. We'll stop the block for a decade. Then Mixa. Then Mixa.
Man, it's been 10 days, bro. Right. I remember the first show he had. Came to see.
We all can vouch for it. And anybody that really think about it, cool. they'll vouch for it too. Because there's a lot of people that do it, and I give respect to all of y'all. Yeah. Everybody, we all doing the same hustle. We after the same thing. But I got to speak up for my team. That's real, man.
Yeah. Work.
When I first met Mr. Mixa, aka CA Little C, right? When I was little, man. I'm like, whoa, that one song on stage, I was like, I want to do this. And then his mama said, for real? I like, that's my son. I'm like, for real? He was like, yeah. And all of a sudden came to the studio. It was like the closet. It wasn't this. No. I remember he gave me a CD and shook my hand. I think you
remember we used to bump that shit like
bro. the Beyond.
You remember the town car?
You gave me that mug.
I used to bump the shit out of that CD in the town car. In the Lincoln. Man, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just tired, bro.
It's been a long road. It's been a long road. Done. We just starting. Right. Let's just say it like that. I had to get that out.
80, bro. 88.
You know that was a long time ago.
I paid $500 for the boat.
I drove that too.
Man,
that was a long time ago.
I was like, mothership.
Bro, it was an 88.
Those are all derby cars now.
Bro, for real, we have been through a lot, like a long way, but.
I'm like,
the steering wheel go slow. Like
I had to change the power steering pump.
I'm saying it was a boat.
Oh man, I don't even see. I'm telling on myself. I had to change it. That mug would be like,
we feel great, y'all. But
we rolling on.
I'm like, what? That's my song.
Yeah, check that new start out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy. Look, we had another segment. I think we running kind of short.
Yeah, we a little long on it.
It's one of the, we gonna call this a special episode because we got into the history of things and having Pook, man. We thank you for coming through.
I appreciate y'all.
We could talk about this.
We just
forever,
giving
man.
y'all wisdom.
Yeah,
I like to get.
This is part 1.
Yeah, we're gonna say part 1. I like to get some of the other OGs. Like maybe we can reach out to us, or like I said, we can reach out to my brother to talk about how it was in Mount Pine. Or anybody y'all watching this, we'll tag you. Get a few people to talk about the differences, the different point of views of what was going on back then and how it started. That'd be nice. So we'll definitely do that. Real quick, I want to talk about the raffle again, y'all. Y'all know what's going on with the raffle. This is some of the merch. We got different T-shirts and stuff in the works. We got to get the merch. It's a process, especially since the team does most of our stuff.
We got cups ready though. We got
cups. We got a few shirts ready. We got
hoodies.
These you got the Thought It Was a Game, which is also on a beanie and a shirt. You got the Give Me a Mic and I'm Good. That's that Tiffany.
Singing is my passion.
Singing is my passion.
Give me the mic and I'm good.
You got the logo for the team.
Yeah.
And then whenever this brother can decide,
I will. February 21st.
We gonna have some merch. I don't know what he's doing. Hey, my merch is coming soon.
You can't rush greatness.
But all of this stuff, we're gonna have a few of these things in the raffle. You know what you have to do for the raffle? You have to like and share.
Oh yeah.
You got to tag.
You
got the Yodo. I forgot about that.
You only dial once.
Jangalang.
We got that, and all of this stuff that you see on we merch it. We branding it to several things. We're gonna have some T-shirts in the bundle, some koozies in the bundle, a couple cups. You know what I'm saying? Some different things. But like I said, like and share, tag 20 people, screenshot into the episode that you are watching, and we'll throw them all in and pull and give away a nice little bundle. It'll be a nice little bundle.
And it's always for
free. But there's that. Then let's talk about some of the stuff that Pook got. If you hadn't seen it, to get it, Deborah Jones.
Be sure to copy.
This is actually my copy right here. So I'm going to be reading through this on my time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can go online. Just Google it.
Okay, we going to link it.
Oh, yeah.
Links will be in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get that in there.
Yeah.
He also got the Pookamentary and all of his other albums. You can find that online. We're going to drop the links. Y'all can find it. We need to get our support back up, y'all. Yeah. Support this man. Yes. He out here grinding. And this is the thing. Like, I'm sidebarring again, I know. But this is the thing. Like, this man is just like everybody else. He working 9 to 5. He grinding, and he still take his free time to put his art into the world. It's right here. It's available, but it's his blood, sweat, and tears, and we want to support that.
I bet
you know what I'm saying?
Sign it for you.
And he'll probably even sign it for you. Yeah,
you sign mine.
Get a signed copy.
I got you.
You got to first, J-Mac.
But
I thought it was for free.
Ain't nothing for free.
That's our stuff. Not
but the bundle, right? But the bundle. But yeah, you got all of that. We'll make sure to put the links in, like I said. You got that.
Free.
And just stay tuned. Thank y'all for tuning in, and stay tuned with us. We got more content coming. We're going to keep dropping it. Y'all know SME is doing the thing. This boy right here got something dropping next week. Tell him about it. Tell about it.
February 21st. Mind of a Mac. Ay. Kill it.
So
be looking for that. Jangalang got some stuff in the works.
That's not the name of that.
All tight.
Your boy got some.
Hey, me and this guy right here been working on a song past couple weeks. It's a banger song.
You got anything new,
It's gonna make you want to punch somebody in the face.
What you got new? You working on music wise?
I got the Welcome to Hot Springs compilation.
So that's a lot of the old compilation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get us on there.
Hey, I just had a light bulb pop. We need to put in the works some old school, new school compilation type stuff.
I'm down. Always.
Yeah,
down.
we can do we could feature an old head artist and a new head artist on the track together and put something together. What y'all think?
That'd be dope.
Yeah. That'd be dope. Old heads, if y'all down, hit us up. Let us know. We with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, we all got a lot going on. We got the SME compilation coming out. I got some things coming out later.
I can't wait till that mug
Be
drop.
looking for it. It's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot like your breath when you go after you wake up.
Smell your own breath.
It's gonna be hot. Yeah. But this has been another installment of Let's Talk About It. It is your host with the most, H-Tudda. That's H-Tudda. You can find me on YouTube at H-Tudda. You can find me on Facebook at H.Tudda. Yeah.
It's your boy, Mr. Mixa. You can go check out my album, Thought It Was a Game. And then you can go check out my other album, New Start, from 2009. I re-released it. And you can follow me on IG at Mixa the Producer. And check out my website, MrMixaTheProducer.com.
I'm your boy Jangalang. You can go check me out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff. Joe Jangalang. Go at Jangalang. Look up my album Yodo on all platforms. And also got a new single out called The Cup featuring my boy Korai. And then we got plenty of new stuff coming out soon too as well.
Hey, it's your boy J Mac. February 21st, man. Mind of a Mac, my first project, will not be my last, man. It's my baby. It's coming out real soon, February 21st on all on all platforms. Hey,
This is baby.
Oh, and it's your boy Pook Loc. Just Google Pookie Bluffini. Everything will pop up.
Already.
See, straight to the point.
You on Instagram or anything?
Yeah, Sick Nation.
At Sick Nation?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we'll link it in there.
Black ice, black tea, black
To the point.
everything.
That's what OGs do.
I like that. Well, we're going to call this a rep. So until next time, holla though.
Let's talk about it.
I feel like I gotta change my rap name. Like I be Black J. Or J Black.
Uh-oh.
J Mac.
Oh, no.
Like old school mixed with new school. Black J. Or Darkness. Dark J.
Darkness. J Darkness.